Hi, everyone. This is our Dial Virtual School Edgenuity staff meeting for Wednesday, January 11th. I want to say Happy New Year to all of you and hope you had a wonderful Christmas with all your family and friends. Let's go ahead and get started. Underneath 2A here, I do just want to go ahead and welcome a couple new teachers that we have that are teaching some Edgenuity courses for us. Andrea Hansen is a stay-at-home mom and she's teaching biology and middle school science. And Erin Larson is also a stay-at-home mom and she is teaching physical science and chemistry for us. So I just want to welcome you guys and hope you have a good experience here teaching for us. 2B, as always, just always reminding you guys about Edgenuity itself and what to kind of look for when you're in here. So I went ahead and pulled up the dashboard here for Edgenuity. So just to remind you that you're checking on your students on a daily basis. You're looking for alerts, stuff that needs to be graded, assignments that need more retakes. Make sure you're getting those taken care of as soon as possible. Also, always looking to make sure days since last action, students, how long they've logged in. You know, it becomes an issue if students don't log in. I'd say, you know, I kind of say in between 5 to 10 days. If it's longer than that, then make sure you're reaching out to that district and to that student to see what's going on. We don't want a long period of time without them not being in their course. And then as always look for completions over here to the right. If a student underneath progress has 100%, please make sure you're getting those completions into me in a timely manner. I know there's a lot of times where I'm in this site every day and I see that there's a completion and it's on there for 2, 3, 4 days at a time. So make sure that you're getting that to me, especially around December and January. Be checking the site daily because students will be completing every day within those months because it's around the end of semester time. And then also again in May when it's around the end of the second semester time. So just please be watching for completions. Don't hold on to those completions until if you have like a student that's close to completing and you want to wait to submit it with that student. Don't hold on to those completions. Make sure you send me those right away as soon as you can. And then you can always add all the students on one voucher then once all of the students complete. You don't have to send me a separate voucher for each student. So you just shoot me an email, just email it to me with the student name, the grade, and what course it is. And then I can get that to the district as soon as possible because the districts are always sitting and waiting, especially December, January, for students to get their final grades. So just please be on top of that. Some of you do an awesome job of that, and thank you very much for getting those in. So just want to remind you of all of that stuff there. And then just as always, the vouchers, like I said, you can wait to turn those vouchers in on the 25th of each month, or I know a lot of you send those vouchers as soon as those students complete, and that's great too. So whatever way is easiest for you. Also, I want to make sure and remind all of you that you're getting your welcome email sent to your students. Every time a student's in a new course or you have a new student in a course, or even a student that's maybe in a new course for second semester, make sure you're still reaching out to that student and making sure that they are aware that you're their teacher and you're there with, for them with any questions they may have. So it's very, very important to build that relationship right off the bat and get that communication started. So please be on top of that as well. And then I said this, I think, a little bit earlier, but make sure you're responding to emails within 24 hours. We've had districts call and students email and say that they have not heard from the teacher in a couple days. Make sure you're getting your emails answered. This is so important. I mean, if you're not answering your emails, then the students are going to think that you're not helping, and they don't have that support from you. So please make sure you're answering your emails. Also, if you're going to be gone on vacation, I know a lot of teachers and people obviously in the wintertime like to take trips and vacations, and that's totally great, but just make sure that you are contacting your students and letting them know that you're going to be gone for this time period, and that you'll answer their emails and stuff when you get back. Also, if you need me to help you with anything while you're gone, I am most certainly can do that as well. So you can always email me and say, hey, can you, check on this student for me, or, just, email the student for me, or whatever it is. I'm willing to help too. So just let those students know you're going to be gone. So I think that's it really with Edgenuity in itself. So if you guys have any questions about anything within Edgenuity and within the site, I know the support link up here, video training library and e-community, if you go in here, this is where you're going to find all of your information about how to do stuff. Don't be afraid to look into this. I know you guys don't probably have a whole lot of time, but that's very helpful. Or just email me and I can send something like a document or something to you if you need to get refreshed on anything. Also, if a student, let's say, submits an assignment, a report, or an essay, and it's blank, a lot of times you'll get that, especially on the OLC side. Make sure that you're resetting that assignment, because sometimes I'll get an email from a teacher saying, okay, they submitted this blank, but then I still see the alert. That alert's going to stay on there until you go ahead and reset it. So make sure that you're resetting that assignment. Okay. Just let me know if you guys have any other questions about the stuff on the site, okay? Go back to the agenda here. We don't have a whole lot of other things. Under 2C, I talked about this a couple months ago at our last meeting. Edgenuity came out with a new gradebook feature where teachers can only see their students. It's a little bit more difficult task than I kind of expected. And right now, I kind of have it set up where teachers that teach only 1 or 2 courses, I have it set up to where they can only see their students. But teachers that teach multiple courses, it's a little bit more difficult to get it that way. So I think we're okay how we have it set up now, because I know when you go into your dashboard, you can always, filter by your group, so I know you can always kind of filter down to your students, but you will see some students on there that you have in a course, but and all of their other courses will show up, but you'll just have to pay attention to, the teacher behind the course. So just make sure you pay attention to that if that kind of gets confusing for you. But I'm just going to leave it as is, how I have it now. I feel like it's set up okay. I don't feel like, you guys are confused by anything. We might have a couple times where a teacher might think, they have the student for this course, but, it's nothing big. So I'm not going to go in and mess with anything right now until I get kind of a better understanding and maybe an easier way to do it. So I just kind of want to give you guys heads up on that. If you have any questions about that, go ahead and let me know. Okay, and then here's an update on D here, the K-5 courses, on what we're doing there. The Dial Board just approved a new curriculum provider for our K-5 courses called Accelerate Education. So we are in the beginning stages of working with them. So, but I feel like it's going to be a good relationship, and our goal is to have these courses listed and ready for students to start registering for them in the fall. So our goal is to offer these in the fall. We'll see if that happens, because there's still a lot of other work to do, but just to kind of give you an FYI that's the curriculum provider we're going with, and we'll see what happens. 2E, the fall student survey results are in from the fall. So let me go ahead and pull those up for you guys here. First of all, I just kind of want to go over this first tab. Karen tallied these all up for me, and I appreciate that, so I thank her for doing that. But here's just a couple questions that were interesting, and this is for both Edgenuity and Blackboard. You'll see here, overall, what grade are you in? The majority of the students that take online courses are junior level, or in 11th grade, so that's 67 students. And so then, you can kind of look and see how many are in the other classes. Question 2, main reason for enrolling in an online class. And this is kind of interesting, just kind of see why students take online courses. And 81 students said the course was not offered at my high school. And 31 said I needed to make up a course or raise a course grade. So that's kind of interesting to kind of see the reason behind that. How many online courses did you take this semester? 110 students only took 1, 29 took 2, and 53 students took 3 or more. I most often access my online course during a designated period of the school day. 91 students said that. So a lot of the students will work during school hours. And 70 will work outside the school day, and 31 will do it equal during school and outside school. So those are kind of interesting to kind of look at. I'm going to go ahead and pull up Edgenuity results here for you guys so you guys can take a look. Just going to go over these questions with you real quick here. I will go ahead and attach these to the email that I send you guys out for the meeting link. So I'll attach these to that, and you guys can kind of take a look a little bit more in depth on these. Question 6, course kept me interested and motivated. There's 73 students that agree. Directions were clear, so that's good. Students kind of understand what they're doing, what they're supposed to do. Question number 8, communication with the teacher. 55 said good, and this is kind of interesting that 31 said fair and 25 said great. So I would really like the great to be up a little bit more. I know this is one that we can always work on a little bit better, is communication with this teacher. So just make sure that you're answering those emails within 24 hours, and students, know that they have your support and kind of building that relationship right off the bat. So make sure you're kind of staying on top of that. Question number 9, questions about content assignments were resolved. Let's see, it said 41 said within 48 hours. So that's all right. I know there's not a 24-hour choice in there, but within 2 days. And then 50 said they did not have any questions. So that's interesting too. So, I mean, that's good. Question 10, teachers seemed interested in my success. 79 agree. Hours per week spent on coursework, about 4 to 5 hours. And I would say that's probably about average, about an hour a day during the 5-day week. Question 12, opportunity to show knowledge of material. 79 agree. Grading policies were fair and consistent. 76 agree. I believe the grade I received reflects accurate learning. 82 agree. Difficulty compared to face-to-face course. 36 and 36, both the same number there, say harder and the same. Which, with online courses, it always tends to be a little bit more difficult than a face-to-face course. So that's kind of interesting to kind of see that question. Technical difficulties, I never had technical problems. 43, I sometimes had technical problems. And, that's kind of not normal with online courses. There are always going to be some sort of problems down the road. Satisfied with quality, of course, agree. 81 agree. And would like to take another online course. 52 agree. So overall, we're pretty positive. Like I said, I'll go ahead and attach these guys for you, and you can take a closer look at them when you have time. All right, just the last couple other things here. Just a reminder that Sarah Fridley is still offering online professional development, a book study. And we do encourage all teachers, if you're new, if you're first-time teachers, we do encourage you guys to do this, to take part in this at least once while you're teaching for us. So if you want more information about this, when it starts, when it ends, and credit and all that stuff, contact Sarah and she'll get back to you. G here, just the last couple meeting dates listed there for you. We're going to do another webcast in March in a couple months, and then May we'll do our last meeting, and we'll do that live. So I hope all of you guys can join us in May so we can kind of wrap up the school year and talk about positives and negatives there, what we can work on, what we can do better, what was positive, and what went well. So hope we can all meet in May. If you have any questions or concerns, please email Karen or I here at the office. Give us a call. Anything at all, we're here to help you guys. So Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day, and have a good night. We'll see you later.